remember being at this at Cenotaph, um, and taking footage. I didn't have, um, I didn't have the position I exactly wanted. Um, this isn't bad footage at all. See if we can get it
To tell you that you will never walk alone. And we are here to tell the world, and the UK government in particular, free Tommy Robinson.
Sound familiar?
And at this very moment, thousands of people all over the world are demonstrating in front of British embassies, from LA to Sydney, and over 500,000 people have already signed the petition for Tommy, and all with the one important message: free Tommy. So Downing Street is just around the corner. So maybe once again, as loud as possible as we can, let them hear our message: free Tommy Robinson. So, So, listen to us, Theresa May. Listen to us, Sajid Javid. Listen to us, Sadiq Khan. Listen to us, all you in power. We want the release of Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is the greatest freedom fighter of Britain today. We do. We want Tommy out. Tommy Robinson is a freedom fighter. He says what no one dares to say. He has guts, he has courage, and that is more that we can say from all those people that govern us. Because our governments sold us out with mass immigration, with Islamization, with open borders. We are almost foreigners in our own land. And if we complain about it, they call us racist or Islamophobes. But I say, no more. And what do you say? No more. And that's right. Enough is enough. We will not be gagged anymore. No more tyranny. My friends, 75 years ago, your fathers and grandfathers liberated my country from tyranny. My country, the Netherlands, is a free country today because the British brave boys and men, people like you, liberated us. And do you know how we used to call these British soldiers? We call them Tommies. That's how we call them. But today your government has put a Tommy in jail. Freedom is behind bars. Tommy is behind bars. And that is totally unacceptable. And that is why we say, set him free. Tommy is in jail while the British state looked in the other way for years, when thousands of English children and girls were brutally raped by those grooming gangs. They were your daughters, the daughters of the brave Tommies, the daughters of the hard-working, decent people of Britain who made this beautiful country so great. But for years and years, the police, the politicians, the prosecutors did nothing and looked the other way. They refused to listen to the victims. They arrested fathers who tried to liberate their daughters. They left children in the hands of these gangs. But Tommy, my friends, Tommy acted. Tommy didn't look in the other direction. He refused to ignore the problem. He gave voice to millions of Britons who were abandoned by the authorities. And when Tommy protested, the same...
Especially when you have backup of the person who's running the event, like Tommy. He has more time and respect for me than he does any Sky, BBC, ITV journalist. And that, for me, is incredible. I've been around quite a few years, about 8 years. And my channel's growing very slowly. Almost at a 30 subscriber mark. I will celebrate every landmark. Next will be 40, then 50. We're aiming for 100, eh? Because once I reach 100, I hit monetization. So if I hit a viral video, which I will sooner or later with the guests I have planned coming on, I'm a Premium Plus member on X, so I can contact all these people. Anyway, let's continue.
Authorities could not be fast enough to jail him and to gag the media. And I tell you, that is not democracy. That is not freedom. That is what they do in Saudi Arabia. So I ask you, do you want to be Britain or Saudi Arabia? My friends, it was not Tommy who was breaching the peace. It was your government who was breaching the peace. And we cannot, and we will not accept it any longer. We want freedom. And it is our duty to speak out against rape, against grooming gangs, against Sharia law, against barbarism. And we demand the freedom of Tommy Robinson. So here we stand in full solidarity with Tommy, because like him, we are sick and tired for being silenced. And I tell you, today we have a message for all the governments in the world. And our message is, we will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. And we tell the governments, we are not afraid of you. We will never surrender. We will stand strong and do our duty. We will defend our civilization.
We will never surrender. Oh, no, good.
Hello, England. over Western Europe, our government civilization, and we will put the government who was breaching the peace. And we cannot and we will not accept it any longer. We want freedom, and it is our duty to speak out against rape, against grooming gangs, against Sharia law, against barbarism. And we demand the freedom of Tommy Robinson. So here we stand in full solidarity with Tommy, because like him, we are sick and tired for being silenced. And I tell you, today we have a message for all the governments in the world. And our message is, we will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. And we tell the governments, we are not afraid of you. We will never surrender. We will stand strong and do our duty. We will defend our civilization, and we will protect our people. And I tell you, to the governments, you can throw us in jail, but you will never defeat us. Because, my friends, for every Tommy whom you imprison, thousands will rise up. So take notice, Theresa May. Take notice, Dutch Prime Minister Rutte. Take notice, Mrs. Merkel or President Macron. Take notice, the future is ours and not yours. We will defeat you politically. Because we, my friends, we are the people. And every day, more people are joining our cause. The cause of freedom. And every day, our numbers grow. And our demands are right and just. This is what we want. First and most important, free Tommy Robinson. But we also want you to give our countries back to us. Stop selling us out. Stop the mass immigration. Protect your own people. Stop gagging us. Restore the freedom of speech. My friends, long live Great Britain. Allow.
It's got tenfold worse. Talking about maybe shut next down, shut TikTok down. Tommy's back in prison again for next to nothing. This country is in a lot worse state from when Geert gave this speech. It's about 6 years ago.
Long live the Netherlands. Long live freedom. But most of all, long live Tommy Robinson. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Geert.
Okay.
Saying a farewell to Warsaw. Normally I'd be sat at home telling you this, saying my story. So I've been in Warsaw this weekend. And this is the video footage I took. I hope you enjoy it. It's a mixed bag. God, I just love Warsaw. I love Poland. It's totally different from what I expected. I don't really know what I expected. Again, the mainstream media make out all sorts of things. They just shouldn't be believed, to be quite frank. Poland's a fantastic country. It's modern. And the people are the most patriotic I've ever come across, actually. Yesterday was very, very special, as you're just about to see. Yeah, see, I'm in the centre of Warsaw, on the tram system here. I spent the day with my mate Marty and his lovely, beautiful girlfriend Dominika. Hello, guys, again. And thank you for a wonderful Sunday afternoon and sushi. My first ever time eating sushi. Also got some pictures of the city, and we went into what was the Warsaw ghetto, and all sorts. I didn't realise how quite big the ghetto was. It's a humongous area. So sadly, this is a goodbye from me from Poland, but I really hope you enjoy my footage. I enjoyed taking it, every second of it. So enjoy. And make sure you come to Poland on the 11th of November next year, because I'll be here. What a great country.
It's true. I will be there this in 2025. I'm going back. I put my hand out to MEP Dominic Trzynski to show me the border wall, to show me the difference between West and Central Poland and Poland, basically. I've been told it's not Eastern Europe, it's Central Europe. Look at the map, it is actual Central Europe, but back on.
Hey, welcome to Warsaw. Check this out.
Need Sky News, ITV,
Welcome to the
BBC,
today, and the biggest patriotic match in the country. Yeah, the biggest patriotic match on the continent of Europe. We have this in. Socialism. Fuck socialism. Thanks, man. It's great. This is a message to the European Union that you will not bully Poland into letting in third world refugees who rape and kill all the time, and before you know it, you let them in, and then we have terrorist attacks. That's a coincidence, isn't it? Is that a coincidence or not? I think it is. And look who I've just bumped into, the one and only host of the Tommy Robinson Show. Hello, Mr. Robinson.
Chester, lovely.
Chester, lovely. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah? What? I mean, it's just...
We had a bump in with Antifa.
Did you?
Yeah.
What here?
Yeah, man, you've just seen it. I've got it all on video. You see it on the site.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Interesting.
What if I just float around this area?
Yeah, just float around with it. Fascinating.
Yeah, mate, and I've never seen anything like it.
I'd say there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, definitely, mate. There's mums, dads, prams, old ladies. It's everyone.
We should have a day in England lives.
Can I just shake your hand for me?
Yeah,
because I've got a lot of respect for you.
No,
mate.
thank you.
All right, mate. You take care.
All right, cheers, man.
The one and only Tommy Robinson. Done.
The main
say here is
phalanx is coming right now. You can catch some footage if you want.
Okay,
the main
mate.
national radical national camp.
Okay, I follow you. It's only Tommy bloody Robinson. Met him twice in a week now.
traditional country burial.
Amazing. Amazing.
I think Ireland did get married there within a couple of years.
Tommy summed it up. You know, we need this in England every year. We need to celebrate who we are. Yeah? The Polish are doing it. Pegida do it in East Germany. Why can't the British do it? You gotta wake up, Britain. It's time to wake up. I wouldn't even say everyone's red pilled. It's just their way of thinking is it's old school. It's traditional. It's values. Love of your nation. And there's only two genders. Welcome to Polska.
Yeah.
Mate, I couldn't believe it when you said there's Tommy Robinson. I was like, what the fuck? Welcome again to Poland. Saying that quite a bit, really. So what's just happened? Just bumped into Mr. Tommy Robinson. Got about a minute's interview with him. Not much. He's busy filming for his own channel, but always nice to see him and say hello. It's the second time I've seen him inside a week. Got a book, Muhammad's Quran, but actually got one in my backpack as a present, as a gift that Tommy gave me, and I'm going to give it to my Polish friend, my Polish patriot behind me, who invited me. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Polska. This is insane. Anyway, let's just keep filming. God, that grin off my face. This place is just fucking amazing. I love it. I'm sorry for keep swearing. Oh, it's terrible. That's why I worked on building sites for so many years, you know, it's just F this and F that, and I really do need to stop swearing. Get in trouble on YouTube. This is the biggest march you will see in Europe against the Islamification of Europe. Come on, the Poles. Come on, the true patriotic Europeans. Look at this. Here, is that the bridge ahead? Yes. Ah, look at that ahead. That is the bridge. That is the Red Pill Bridge, I call it. I love it. Ah, yeah, I see. Poland played last night, didn't they?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it was 0-0. But, you know, the commentary was in Polish, so it was a bit... But, you know, football's a universal game. Don't understand it still. On the ground in Warsaw, bringing you real footage. Not the bullshit mainstream media narrative that, oh, it's a bunch of Nazis, all racist. It's all bullshit, it's rubbish, it's lies. And this proves it. I ain't come across no racism, mate, just patriotism. Love of one's nation. Which seems to have died in England, but I think it is there secretly. But of course, if you come out and say you're a patriot in England, you're a Nazi. You're demonised. Look at what happened to Tommy. Talks the truth about the Quran and, you know, the fact that Muhammad cut 500 people's heads off in one day, and they compare him to Jesus. It's fucking laughable, man. I advise anyone to buy Muhammad's Quran by Tommy Robinson, and it exposes the Quran for what it really is. It isn't a religion of peace, it is a religion of war. The Quran is a war manual.
I forget because we don't care about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, fine.
Come around, man.
I understand.
See what I mean? It's stars in England. Yes. We have a We live in a police state in England. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, we don't have freedom and democracy anymore. We have a false freedom and democracy. You know, the founders of democracy, British, English, have now stopped it because, you know, if you say the truth about Islam and the Quran, and you're demonised and called a Nazi, and that's that.
You're often called the Nazi even in here, but just nobody gives a fuck.
But there you go.
Why do you care what people think about
Innit?
you? Do what
I don't care, but the thing is in Britain, it's the authorities that come around. You can get sacked from your job, and you can get put in jail like Tommy Robinson. You know?
That's different because in Poland, you know that I've showed you movies before.
Yes,
Showed you
yes,
movies where we
yes.
fight our own police. That's not something that's not normal.
Is there a cigarette in one of my side bags? Is there a cup in there? Is there a cigarette in there?
You have the tobacco, but you don't have.
What about the other side? Other side? Is there a cup? Is there a cigarette in there? Can you get it out for me, mate? Thank you, my brother. You know, unfortunately, I do smoke. It is a vice. But we've all got vices in life. I am going to try and get on the vaporizer again. I don't smoke that much, just when I'm excited. Polska! As you can see, I've watched the videos on my YouTube channel. You would have seen this bridge. You see all the people walking over it. And here it is, Red Hill Bridge. Martin! Hang on. He's up there. Wait for us, Martin. He's up there. I love Martin. What have you just put on me? Let's have a look. Oh yeah.
Do it this way. This is the famous bridge. I didn't know. Here we go. I didn't know what I was actually filming here.
This is just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
My tribute to Poland. Beethoven. The amount of messages I had a couple of negative messages. I'm football racist.
We are now crossing the bridge.
So, remember, this is data.
This is what the Euro show is all about. On the ground, reporting. Mainstream media is dead. This is real reporting on the ground. You're going to see interviews from real patriots, real Poles. There's no racism here, it's just patriotism. Better than any drug you could ever take. You're sat at home right now watching us on YouTube, and you know you're a patriot, you're southern countries. Get out there on the streets. Get out on these streets, not necessarily Polish streets. We need to get out on English streets, British streets. My buddies.
Okay. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. So let's go. There we go. This is my dad's favourite. Yeah, Dad. Just want to see you. glasses. Anyway. I think my glasses have been left around my parents. Sunday roast. Okay. Maybe a few more that made me very popular. E. Hopkins. Okay, shall we?
Yeah, hi there.
Yes, hi. Did you nod off?
Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Thing is, right, you know what, I don't know what comes out your mouth. Honestly, most of the time it's utter nonsense. Anyway, go on, give me an example of where hatred or violence is preaching one single mosque. You know, the thing is, right, it's actually the opposite way around, in fact. Because as a Muslim, I condemn what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan. Like a lot of Muslims, like a lot of non-Muslims actually march in the streets. But hardly any mosque would ever speak against what happened in Iraq, what happened in Afghanistan. It's actually the opposite way around. So I don't know where you get your facts from. Most of your facts are based on utter rubbish anyway. I mean, let me give you an example. Let's take Asim Qureshi, right? They asked Asim Qureshi, what did you think about the guy who, the Rigby killer? And he said, I thought he was a nice guy, etc. When I met him, every single person was on his case. And then they asked a white non-Muslim person, what did you think about that guy who ran down those people on the Westminster Bridge? And he said, when I met him or I knew him as his colleague or his friend, he said, I knew him as a nice person. No one said a word against him. But Asim Qureshi, because he's a Muslim and he's representing case, everyone was on his case. All he said was, I thought the Rigby guy, when I met him, or from I knew him, he seemed like a nice guy.
Oh, hold on a minute then. As if you're going to have to press the stop button in your head for a second, because I am going to talk.
You carry on. Yes, you carry on.
That's very kind. You do get like wound up like a little spinning top, and then it's very hard to interject, as if I may point that out as some feedback for you. But if you say that when someone met the killer of Lee Rigby, they said when they knew him, he was a nice guy, do you not see how that might inflame tensions rather?
Oh, right, okay. Then why didn't he...
Question? No, you need an answer to the question. No, I don't want another question in return. I want an answer, as if. It's called Q&A for a reason.
Hold on.
No, I won't hold on, because you haven't answered my question, Asif. You've got one last chance. Asif, I've given you one last chance, sweetie, to answer my question. Do you think it's okay to call...
Because you can't debate with me, you have to bring out these answers. I'll never debate with you. You couldn't even debate with me for 2 minutes.
I'm asking you.
Okay, so if I met someone... I'll answer your question. If I met someone today... If I met someone today and you ask me, you met somebody, for example...
Yes, we got the point, Asif, carry on. Yes, you don't need to repeat things 18 times, just the once is fine.
Yes,
Crack on.
Yes, let me answer your question. And I said to you that when I met him, he seemed like a nice person, and that's it. That's my conversation in it, because that was when I met...
Why would you say... Asif, okay, that is not answering my question. That is not returning to me. What do you think people will think if you describe the killer of Lee Rigby as a nice guy? And I can tell you one thing, Asif, for the record. I am sick with hearing he was a nice guy. I am fed up with hearing he was a good guy down at the mosque. He kept himself to himself. I am fed up with people like you, Asif, telling me, well, he was a promising footballer. He was a straight-A student. He was really good at GCSEs. He was a really good whatever. I don't care. I do not judge you by what you were like down at the mosque, by what your mum thinks about you, by what the fact that your aunt is surprised at what's happened. I judge people on their actions. And if you kill Lee Rigby, you are not a nice guy. If you slaughter people on Westminster Bridge, you were never a good man. And I don't care if as a mother you never realised your son was capable of that, because that frankly just means that you are a bad mother. mother. And I don't care if your son was inspired and hoping to be a footballer, because frankly, I don't give a monkey's how he could kick a ball around a playing field. I care about his actions, and the actions of terrorists are those of terror. And they will never be a nice guy. So, Azif, if you want to come back on this, you better get some arguments sorted out. Stop repeating yourself and stop telling me the killer of Lee Rigby might have been a nice guy, because I'm not going to hear it.
I'm an Englishman. I'm from Bermondsey, South East London. My father was called George. He was also from Bermondsey. His father, another Bermondsey man, was called George too. And his father, my great-grandfather, is from the same place. He was called Edward. These 3 generations of my family were in the fish trade. I'm the first member of my family not to work at the market in Billingsgate. My great-grandfather had 11 brothers and sisters. They all married, except one. They had 43 children. Of these, 37 married. And between them, they had a further 159 children. One of those was my father. I don't know exactly how many of his generation married or exactly how many children they produced. I've so far tracked over 200 of them. Many still live in Bermondsey. Some are still in the fish trade. There are 7 called George and 5 called Victoria. I stand here in front of you as a representative of all of them. And I ask in their name the great question put by our patron, Mr. Powell. What do they know of England who only England know? Or what can my family who come from England, who lived in England, who know only England, say of this, our country? Mr. Powell once spoke of the destruction of ancient Athens and the miraculous survival in the blackened ruins of that city of the sacred olive tree, the symbol of Greece, their country. And he also spoke of us, the English, at the heart of a vanished empire, seeming to find within ourselves, like one of our own oak trees, the sap rising from our ancient roots. And he said, perhaps after all, we who have inhabited this island fortress for an unbroken 1,000 years, brought up, as he said, within the sound of English birdsong, under the English oak, in the English meadow, beneath the red cross of St. George, it is us who know most of England. And I appreciated him for saying that, because it was as if he spoke for my family, who understand well their own country, who understand even better their own capital, London town, as we used to call her. As we strolled in her parks, as we marvelled at her palaces, as we did business in the city, went west for a dance, took a boat on the river,
Breaks anti-Trump
the pale ale and eel pie
there when they
of old London,
a 12th century building, and looted.
the London of my family, for as many generations as I know.
Sorry, but it was ethnic minorities who were looted.
The London that within 15 years would be less than 50% white. London, where in 15 years a white person will be in the minority. Am I racist? No. Do I have anything against people of other races? No. Would I prevent them from coming into my home? No. So what then is my gripe? My gripe. And I speak on behalf of 7 men called George and 5 women called Victoria. My gripe is quite simple. My gripe is that we were never asked. My gripe is that we were told, not asked. And every day we are told again and again how we are to be and how our country is to be. We're told by them, and we know who they are. They're English too. They're the class that has always set themselves apart. They're the class that has always taken whatever they wanted for themselves. And now they are the class that is giving England away. And they never will.
Have to take place.
Do we allow them to sell our heritage? Or is it time for us to speak?
People who don't assimilate have to go.
To speak.
And the biggest unassimilators in the country are...
To refuse them the right. To give away our holy, our bountiful, our only England that has nurtured us naked, grown us as the oak. Is it time for us that England know to come yet again and defend our country with our fire, our fists? Is it time for our sons to rise again?
That's beautiful. Okay. So this one. So this is me. 2016. Trump had just got power.
Castles are burned.
By the way, that we got that banned. Them praying in parks. It's illegal to pray in Queen's parks and King's Park. It is illegal.
All the stories have been told of kings in days of old, but there's no England now. All the wars that were won or lost somehow don't seem to matter very much anymore. All the lies we were told, all the lives of the people running round, their castles are burned. I see change, but inside we're the same as we ever were. Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line. Living this way each day's a
tree nearly gone. What are we gonna leave for the young? What we couldn't do or what we wouldn't do, it's a crime, but does it matter? Does it matter much? Does it matter much to you? Does it ever really matter? Yes, it really, really matters. Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Then another leader says, break their hearts and break seven heads. Is there nothing we can say or do? Blame the future of the past, always lost in bloody dance. And when they're gone, it's me and you. Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line. Ooh, tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line.
Let the world kid itself that London is fast asleep and living way back in history. London will keep trundling along.
That was moving. I remember making that. That was over the course of a long weekend. Obviously, I put the old clips together as well. We're an hour long. We'll call it a day.